This is the Cosmic Forecast for March 2025. The energies within the Earth plane appear to have lost their rhythm. They ebb and flow with no patterns and often collide instead of blending and melding together as once they did. They are, in a way, reflecting the energies of the populations, and as such, the element of harmony is for a time missing in most areas. All will feel the shifts and changes as they no longer quietly blend and gently move within the elements of the earth as once they did. Many will feel the changes and react with frustration and sometimes even anger that has no real cause. As time change and new energies enter the field and integrate, there is almost a battle that is ongoing energetically and touching everyone in unique and unusual ways. While there is confusion and insecurity, it is up to the individuals to not allow it to affect the internal energies that are in our control. These times call for everyone to seek inner peace and balance in spite of what is going on around them, to nurture those aspects, become those qualities, and radiate them so that eventually it spreads. Chaos and anger are fear-based, and those qualities spread like fire. Love, peace, and balance can overcome them, but it must come from within and be sincere and genuine. Peace comes firstly from within. It cannot be forced on another or imposed on another. Peace, lasting peace, must be freely embraced and welcomed. That which is forced upon others will never stand the test of time. There is a restlessness this month that spreads, and when put down just springs up in another area. This is a time of change, and with change, there are those who resist it. Focus should be upon those areas that you have control over, those inner qualities that need alterations because of the changing energies that are now surrounding everyone. Pushing, forcing, and imposing aspects and qualities, philosophies, and boundaries only generates resistance and anger within others. This is a time of birthing, of renewal and shifting to new levels of energy and consciousness. Birthing is not easy and often painful, yet the result is always worth the struggles involved. This is not an easy nor short process, for those shifts may well take years before peaceful balance and focus all are seeking is achieved. Traversing these times requires that each work on their own personal inner qualities to find the tools to develop that are there but not activated as of this time frame. This can be the most exciting of times as we all find and develop those tools, working first on ourselves and finding those qualities that enrich our environment and bring joy into our lives. Though the times may well be difficult, it does not prevent nor hinder the element of joy that we have within and can freely share with those around us. That is up to the individuals to choose and to implement. The earth feels as if it is convulsing in many areas. It is indicated that with the shift of seasons there will be more inner rumblings and earthquakes worldwide, often in areas that do not usually have them. Areas that are arid, covered in sand, and free of life will find that suddenly water is flowing where it is not for thousands of years. Africa, Egypt, and desert regions of the U.S. will see water changing the landscape slowly, but very, very surely. Major rivers will be shifting and finding new channels, and the Great Lakes will begin to blend together in a way that over hundreds, maybe thousands of years, will form an inland ocean. World leaders will find that what they thought was job security is a lot less stable than they imagined, and the blending of areas will find the need for new leadership from unexpected sources. That which was thought to be the most secure will be the first to feel the foundations shifting and indeed crumbling. This also includes the leadership in major religious groups. Religion as well is feeling the pressure of changes and the need to unite philosophies and people. A unique solution will result in unrest and then resolution and finally peace for millions. Secrets on many levels are beginning to find the light of day, and for some it will be confirmation of insight as to what has been hidden in the shadows for generations. Worldwide, new material will be revealed that answers the questions many have voiced and have been met with a stone wall of silence. Explanations of the purpose and use of many of the structures that are scattered across the face of the earth will come to the light, and will finally finding the answers to questions. There will also be frustration and anger that the meanings, known for decades, have been purposefully kept from the general populations. The reasons for the concealment? Quite simply, power and control. Generations have been allowed to create theories that have led humanity in the wrong directions, and the further from the truth they got, the more they were encouraged and enforced. It has been said that the truth is stranger than fiction, and this is truer than one could ever imagine. Beginning this month, we will see fire in the sky. Comets and fragments of space junk will light up the sky in unusual ways. There will be volcanoes that show signs of awakening from long slumber, and there will be eruptions in unusual places. In the area of Alaska, there is movement of the Earth crust in unusual ways that will reveal antiquity not known of before. Solar flares will create disruptions of electronic devices towards the end of the month, which will make communications on all levels difficult from time to time. This also will touch on air traffic as well, possibly requiring flights to be delayed or even canceled. Towards the end of the month, watch the skies at night, for there well may be some interesting sightings that governments will have difficulty explaining away. All levels of magnetism are going to come into play, as well as new technology that uses the Earth's magnetism in new and unusual ways is revealed. Harnessing this source of power will change the lives of millions and be used in a plethora of ways that need not be developed, but rather plugged into. Transportation will shift and new forms are opened to the public. Seasons are changing, and as we become used to new elements, watch for new shifts to once again force us to recalibrate. The farmers will find new ways to rotate crops, and food will be more available as the year draws to a close. Mother Nature will continue to shift and alter weather patterns, and extreme weather will crop up where and when least expected. Canada will be affected more than most as ancient Indian philosophies begin to come to the surface and reality. Many will find that what were once thought to be fables were and are reality, beginning to repeat itself in rather spectacular ways. The species is going through a repeat of patterns far ancient than can be calculated, and yet this is not the first time these patterns have been manifested. Wisdom is within, and answers are there if focus is on within rather than what you are told to believe. For change to come, we must rise to meet it and learn to trust the new directions that are open to us rather than repeating old patterns that did not serve us well at all in the past.